Ford's second-generation C-Max MPV has injected a welcome dose of driving enjoyment into the segment for five-seat compact people-carrying models. In this revised form, it also brings a range of useful fresh technologies to this segment and benefits from smarter looks and a revised range of more efficient engines. As before, you also get clever seat-folding mechanisms and plenty of space as part of an accomplished range of virtues. The result could well be a more versatile alternative to that familiar family hatch you might have been considering.
On the move, this C-Max model remains a class leader when it comes to handling dynamics. A standard torque vectoring system helps you to get the power down through the corners, in which you'll be able to really place the car precisely thanks to retuned electric power steering that offers impressive levels of feel. Ford has further improved the whole experience of this revised model, fitting stiffer suspension brushes and retuned dampers. These reduce body roll without creating too much of an over-firm ride. Under the bonnet, most C-Max buyers in search of petrol power will be looking at the two 1-litre EcoBoost engines and the choice Ford gives of either 100 or 125 PS power outputs. Otherwise, potential buyers will be wanting to look at a diesel, probably the 120 PS 1.5-litre unit. Here, 62 miles an hour is 11.3 seconds away from rest, and there's 270 newton-metres of torque that gives you decent pulling power. This variant will also return up to 68.9 miles per gallon on the combined cycle and put out no more than 105 grams per kilometre of CO2. If you do need a bit more performance, though, then Ford also offers a 150 PS 2-litre TDCi diesel. Unofficially known within Ford as compact, this 5-seater C-Max looks a little better proportioned than its 7-seater Grand C-Max stablemate, as you'd expect, given that its well-proportioned if slightly unadventurous shape doesn't have to incorporate the larger model's twin sliding side doors. The looks have aged well, requiring just a little freshening up to keep this model looking current, and that is exactly what's been delivered here. This updated version's restyling package is supposed to reflect the brand's so-called One Ford global design language, hence the addition of the distinctive trapezoidal front grille familiar from most of the company's other models, which joins these sleeker, chiselled front headlamps. Time to take a seat at the wheel, where, as before, it seems as though the stylists have felt freer to inject a little more expression into the mix. In terms of the changes to this improved model, well, it's all a bit cleaner and more intuitive this time around, with classier black satin trim and chrome detailing that contribute to a modern look. Some of the functions are simpler to use. The air conditioning controls, for example, which now feature buttons that are easier to recognise and to distinguish. Others have been relocated to the Sync 2 infotainment screen that on most models now dominates the centre of the dash. Time to move rearwards, where you get three entirely separate rear chairs. Now, on the downside, you can't slide them backwards and forwards in the way that you can in a Grand C-Max. And because the cabin is quite narrow, this middle seat is too, so there's no chance of fitting three child seats side by side. On the plus side, the setup does benefit from an optional comfort feature, which will allow this centre seat to be folded away while the outer ones slide diagonally backwards to create a more luxurious two-seater rear passenger layout. And luggage room? Well, let's see. Even with a full complement of passengers on board, owners will be enjoying anything between 432 and 627 litres of space, depending on whether they load up to the parcel shelf or fully onwards to the roof. If you need more space, then pushing the seats forward will reveal up to 1,684 litres of fresh air. We would also want the optional comfort feature, which allows the centre seat in the rear to be folded away while the outer ones slide diagonally backwards to create a more luxurious two-seater rear passenger layout. In truth, Ford didn't need to do a whole lot to this second-generation C-Max to keep it right near the head of the pack in the segment for family hatch-based five-seater compact MPVs. The updates to the styling, the improvements to the interior and the big efficiency gains leveraged by those two much improved Euro 6 diesel engines are welcome, but the overall look, feel and appeal of this Ford hasn't been markedly altered. In many ways, that's no bad thing. Combining entertainment for drivers with comfort and convenience for passengers is a nut that has proven too difficult for many rivals to crack, but this C-Max manages while barely breaking sweat in the process. Arguably even more appealing is the way that here Ford has brought us a people carrier with hardly a trace of people carrying stigma, which means that, assuming you haven't already qualified for your own private parking bay at the maternity ward, it'll remain an engagingly clever option in this segment for smaller but very active families.